What's going on, gardeners? On today's 2-minute garden tip, I'm going to show you how to make your own DIY plant labels that won't fade in the sun, that cost a fraction of what the labels cost in stores and online. I've been using plant labels like these for years because they're readily available and they're really affordable. However, they have one major problem. They fade in the sun in no time, even when you use one of these so-called UV-resistant extreme markers. Here's the old plant label from my Sun Gold tomato that I was growing in the fall. You can see the text is almost completely worn away from the UV resistant marker. And this wasn't even my summer tomato. This was the tomato I grew in September, October, and November when the sun was way weaker. Then over here you can see my Spanish Roja plant label from the garlic that I planted in December. It's already wearing away. And the worst part about this is the side of the label that was facing the shade. This is the side of the label that's facing the sun. As you can see, even in the winter sun, it is almost gone after 2 months. So as you can imagine, the Carolina sunshine completely bleaches these labels in only a matter of a couple of months. And I was sick and tired of going out into my garden for a harvest and getting the tomato plants mixed up, and then I go to pull the labels and it's completely blank and I would forget which plant is which. I had to come up with a better solution. My solution was to buy wooden plant labels because they would be much more resistant to fading from the sun. So I decided to go shopping for them, and I was blown away by the high cost. I couldn't believe how expensive basically a glorified popsicle stick with a pointy end was. There had to be something better and less expensive that I could use, and then it hit me, the perfect item to use: paint paddles. Paint paddles or paint stirrers are the perfect substitute for plant labels. They will last years, they will resist fading in the sun, they're huge, so I'll actually be able to fit the full variety of what I'm growing on here instead of trying to squeeze them in and then get down on my hands and knees to actually read the tiny print. And believe it or not, these were a fraction of the price of the pointy glorified popsicle sticks. So if you're looking for a more durable and less expensive alternative to standard plant labels, consider using these paint paddles. If you want these exact paddles, I'll make sure to drop a direct link to them down in the video description, as well as link to them in my Amazon storefront underneath the list Garden Accessories. And that's today's 2-minute garden tip. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell to receive new video notifications, and check out our Amazon storefront and spread shop in the video description for a list of the gardening products I use and awesome custom designed apparel and other gear. Your support is greatly appreciated.